feeling lucky today, Lloyd. Give me one of those randomizers.
Heyo, everybody, and welcome back to a Randomizer Elite Deep Dive. If you don't know what this is I just drink a randomizer, and I don't try to figure out what my build is via doing this. But I will check it on stage 2, is how it works, and I will try to guess my overclocks and my mods until then. Also my perks and all that. Does that clear out the drunk effect? Yes, it does. Why? Why? That didn't used to happen, but alright. You know, whenever it's getting down to, I don't know, 30, like below 30 degrees Fahrenheit, and looking outside and still seeing birds and squirrels and stuff, it always feels exceedingly strange to see, like, oh, the grass is dead, you know, the clouds are, you know, the sky is cloudy is what I'm trying to say there. And just, oh yeah, there's a dove sitting on that fence. It feels like the outside is way too alive for one reason or another. Anyway, let's see what weapon I have. I have Flamethrower with Scorching Tide. Yep, that is Scorching Tide. The cursor with the crosshair with the little thing on the bottom of it. Okay, he went through the wall. Told me that this was Scorching Tide. I also have EPC. That is Overcharger EPC with Thin Containment Field. Can I help you two? Well, at least we have Scorching Tide, which means we have a clean overclock, essentially. That has to be Overcharger, dude. I mean, I can figure out if it's Overcharger very quick. So it should take, I think, 6 ammo to do a charge shot. I don't know what that means. I have absolutely no idea what that means. All I know is that it means something. It's definitely not... It is definitely not the other one. How did you miss me? I was standing still, brother. We also have Rippernades. Oh my god, Rippernades or something else. We have Hover Boots and Berserk. We'll never see Hover Boots in this mission whatsoever, because I will forget that it even exists. I really think they should change Hover Boots, like, activation. We have Second Wind as well. I really think they should change the Hover Boots activation to holding space while falling, because that's, like, a more likely button. That is a Hululi Hoarder. Well, you know, I messed with that, so I guess that's that thing's gone. 100% gone. It might be Heavy Hitter, since I just instantly killed that guy whenever I hit him in the head. It might be Heavy Hitter. I mean, we do have low ammo, but I don't know what the ammo value... I think it's like... The ammo value of EPC is 140? 120? I think it's 120, and it adds 24 per ammo thing. I think that's how it works. We also don't have Born Ready. I was going to throw a C4, and then I realized we have targets explode. Wonderful. I think we also have damage. Yeah, we definitely have damage in tier 1. Targets explode is a mod. I guess we can just hit him right there. Dude, EPC does not feel good. I think anytime I don't get, I mean, even it has... I'm sorry, but what was that fall that I just avoided by walking over that thing? Anytime I get EPC, it's mostly going to be a bad time unless I get the very specific build that I play with EPC, which is, I usually don't. I play... EPC is probably my least used secondary, other than Other than what? What was that supposed to have? Here, have this. That is such a garbage EPC. Takes forever just to use. You know what? All of you have that. Get Sticky Flames durationed. Yeah, that we don't have any Sticky Flames on our weapon, so we have to have at least 1 ammo, maybe even 2 ammo, which means we got the poggiest flamethrower, but we also have Targets Explode, which, if we have damage, doesn't work on swarmers. So if we see some swarmers, we can absolutely try to hit it up with the Targets Explode. No, they didn't proc on the exploders. I thought it was supposed to proc on exploders. I'm not actually too sure about that one, but who really cares? Also, Scorching Tide is most likely not going to be doing pretty much anything, because we have damage in our tier 2, so I'm basically just going to be clicking the button. Oh, God, that feels so awful. I know it is 100% doing damage, alright? It is doing a lot of damage to that oppressor, but it's just, I have to repeatedly click. It is not a fully automatic weapon, and it's just, it just doesn't feel very good. I hope the black box is in a hallway so I can use rippers properly. So, the final egg that we have to grab is also the swarm egg, which means I don't really have to care about the swarm egg. Jesus Christ. Okay, dude, like, just interrupt me digging some nitro, I guess. Alright, so we are going to be starting the black box here. And some things that are interesting about the black box is that, you know, it's times like these whenever I realize the game really doesn't like me. There's a bulk detonator on this mission. I don't know how I'm going to be dealing with the bulk detonator, and yeah, we definitely do have damage because we haven't even triggered the Targets Explode on Bosco. Can you, I don't know, somehow deal with this guy as I shoot him with heavy hitter? I assume it's heavy hitter. I don't actually know. Alright, so now that that bulk detonator is done, we can fully start the black box without even encountering a bulk detonator, and also I need to turn off my fan, so I'm going to do that real quick. So as I was saying about the black box here, the black box, you can actually fail without failing the entire mission. It's usually a secondary objective, because and apparently secondary objectives can't fail the mission whenever you properly fail them. I don't know why Well, we ran out of EPC ammo. Does that really matter? No. We're also going to find out if our C4 is volatile. That's honestly terrifying. And I think it also is a fear C4 as well, which is, you know, I don't know why I decided to figure out if we had more EPC ammo. Let's find out if we actually... No, it's absolutely stun. I would rather a stun C4 than a fear C4. Just... Do we have sticky flames? Wait, okay, ow, that hurt my brain. I asked if we had the Sticky Flames OC, is what I just asked. We have Scorching Tide! What am I on about, dude? This shit... How do you think you have a different OC than when you do? Okay, listen, man. Just toss 2 of these. And just, like, pray to God that they don't actually hit you. Oh, this is going well. Okay. Well, that's, yeah, that was a little bit terrifying, just trying to figure out what the hell's happening. We have very, very little ammo left with our primary weapon and our secondary weapon, to be honest. I mean, you know, the secondary weapon is literally out of ammo. So, oh! That's not good. That is entirely not good. Alright, well, let's get into the second mission. The second stage here, with absolutely zero ammo, because I'm being stingy with my almost 2 resupplies. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Is that a bunch of... I hope that's a bunch of exploders. Okay. So, this should be fine. I don't think we're gonna die during this section. I think we are 100% going to be lovely. We don't have damage. We absolutely do not have damage on our power attack. We have, like, one of the other garbage ones. Can I... Dude, I'm stuck. Get me out of here, dude. That was a less than 12-minute section of the deep dive. That is fantastic. And will our next section be as fast? Is 250 more kite with another black box. Is this going to be oops all black boxes? I swear, if this is oops all black boxes. Also, I didn't think I saw a mutator on there, which is pretty good, but of course, it is the Elite Deep Dive, so it's... I believe the Elite Deep Dive is always stated to have at least 2 negative modifiers on the stages. Like, first stage has negative modifier, and then the second stage, and then the third stage can't. And I think it's also guaranteed to have 1 positive, but I am 150% not sure about that one. Anyway, we're on the second stage, which we all know what that means. It means I actually look at my build. So, we had Deep Pockets, we had Elemental Insulation, and we had Second Wind. I only knew that we had Second Wind. I did not even take into account the Deep Pockets, and Elemental Insulation is just hard to keep track of. We definitely had range, we have damage, we have both the ammo mods, and we have targets explode. Completely fine. And then we have Magnetic Cooling Unit. Okay. We have a larger battery, overcharged plasma accelerator, which makes our shots go faster, the improved charge efficiency, the reactive shockwave, which literally does nothing with thin containment field unless you fuck up thin containment field, and then thin containment field. We have barb drills? No, we don't have barb drills. We have double ammo and dig faster. Yeah, and then we have charge speed. We have both damage mods on the satchel charge. I guess I could have C4'd a Praetorian to... Alright, is that loot bug okay? To really find out if we had any of that. Anyway, toss these down and try not to get hit with them. So, I hope to see more of spring-loaded rippers in this mission, just because it is a mining mission. It is still fungal bog, so it's kind of hard to see a bunch of things, but hopefully this black box is in this hallway that I am in. Well, it's not in the hallway that you're in. It's either going to be in a further on hallway or something else like that. How did these explode? There was exploding plants here, and they already exploded. What went wrong with the terrain generation, dude? Alright, so we are in the first section of that dude. That did 0 damage. I needed to aim at the actual weak point, didn't I? The Spitballer's just dead. That is a... I don't want to be anywhere near anything. What killed me? The basic grunt killed me. I didn't want to be anywhere near that, whatever it was. I forget what it was called. Yeah, him. I don't have a vampire, which means I can't really get a bunch of HP from these grunts, but what I can do is just exist around these grunts. Can you just simply die for me? Alright, let's deal with the you. You know, I'm not the best at dealing with Spitballer or Barrage Infectors, and I probably will never be, because Spitballer Infectors or Barrage Infectors are just kind of garbage to face normally. It should just be dead to the fire dot, yeah. Did I just hear a wave spawn? Yes, I did. Here's the wave! Yeah, you know what? That spring-loaded Ripper did well. Alright, I will absolutely say that it did well, since I didn't see most of the wave, and I assume the spring-loaded Ripper murdered the hell out of the rest of the wave. Why is it that anytime I do get a special swarm, or excuse me, anytime that I do get a swarm, there's like a 50% chance that a special swarm happens? Because I don't play this game very often. I play it on stream occasionally, and even on stream, this is what happens. I'm just gonna walk into this hallway and toss a spring-loaded Ripper here, and just hope that murders a bunch of bugs naturally, even though that's going in, like, the most weird direction possible. Alright, let's get out of this hall, because I don't want to be in a hallway versus a bunch of gruds. I have Berserker. What a wonderful thing. I don't know what I'm doing with Berserker, honestly. I think I'm just going to ignore the fact that Berserker exists, and just let the spring-loaded Ripper absolutely run through a bunch of grunts, and then, you know, die out, because I think it's the best way to buff spring-loaded Rippers is to just increase their duration by a massive amount. I think they only last like 7 seconds or something. And it should be, you know, 12 seconds or something like that. They also have a time limit, or a HP limit on what they have. Okay, well, you guys can have that one as well. That should be all of my Rippers, right? I have one left, actually. And the Rippers have been doing a job. Not really anything else I can say about them. You know what could be another special swarm? Now, there's a bunch of shooter-type enemies in the game. Just literally take the... What is it? What is it called? The duck and cover mutator and make it into a special swarm. Just, hey, we have a lot of acid spitters, Macteras, and all that. We have a lot of ranged enemies coming towards you. Gear up and put on your dance moves, dude. That could be cool. I think a lot of people would enjoy that more than the actual duck and cover modifier, since a lot of people are tired of it. Since, you know, it happened on a lot of deep dives for a very long time. You know, I'm just going to pretend that swarm that just spawned is not mine to be dealing with. It is somebody else's swarm to be dealing with. I could just throw a spring-loaded Ripper down this way. Wow, I can throw another one down the way. Wow, I can throw a third one down the way as well. That did not kill any of the guards. 3 spring-loaded Rippers isn't high. Why are you here? Isn't enough. I thought I just heard one come back to me. Like, what the fuck? 3 spring-loaded Rippers. You're telling me that 3 of them can't kill a single guard. So, what that means is out of the 7, I think, hits that the spring-loaded Ripper can do to bugs, a guard is 3 of them. Because as soon as it kills the guard, it doesn't count for a hit. That is absolutely insane. This is why I don't want the spring-loaded Ripper to be explosive damage. I think it should be some other damage, or it should just be... like, why do they balance the damage around guards and slashers? Why can't it just one-shot a slasher normally instead of being explosive damage and being a lower damage type because the slashers have a 30% weakness to it? Why does it have to be 140? so that the 30% will actually kill a slasher? Why can't it be, you know, 170 and not be explosive, so that it works better on boards? I do not understand that logic of DRG. That happens with spring-loaded rippers, and it happens with, the other one, the explosive bolts on crossbow. And you know what's funny about all this? They're still terrible. Even if you buff them in that way, where, hey man, they're no longer that terrible versus guards, they're still going to be outclassed by other options, like the fucking Neuronade existing on Driller. Even if you buff it so that it does decent damage to guards, it's still going to be, like, outclassed by the Neuronade. And then if you do the same thing for the explosive bolt on, what is it, Bolt Shark, then it's still going to be terrible. Or outclassed by Ferro Bolts and mildly outclassed. It does different things than Taser Bolts, but, like, it's still going to be outclassed by Ferro Bolts, because Ferro Bolts is just so fucking powerful. I don't know, man. I don't understand the way that Ghost Ship Games does balancing for certain niche options that aren't even that good, like Bodkin Bolts and Trifork Volley, also being terrible versus the most common creature that is directly in front of me that it would be okay on. You know what, just eat that. So I actually have found a way to at least one-shot Praetorians, relatively, with Scorching Tide, and that is very simply, let me just get this guy to do the thing. There he is, he's doing the thing, and then I do this. And now he's, well, he probably took a bunch of different damage, but, you know, you still understand that he instantly died. Because it does so much damage to him. Does it really matter? No, it absolutely does not matter. Why is there so many swarmers, dude? I didn't even hear them spawn in, dude. Get them out of here. This is why I hate swarmers. Just, they spawned in, and they didn't all immediately, like, come charging to kill me. That is a warden. Can you kill that warden, please? You know what? All of you have that. I don't want to deal with any of that. That is an oppressor coming from that way. That's gonna be a bit off. You know what? Have this. You saw that, right? Everybody saw what just happened there. I left the circle, but it didn't trigger the, hey, you're outside the circle. You should really get the hell back in. I'm gonna die real quick, because it's funny. I'm gonna die real quick, because it's funny. I mean, the swarmers are gonna kill me. Okay, we're done with the oppressor being around here, and please get out of here. You know what? Just toss those, and just hope it doesn't come back to bite me in the ass. It probably will. I mean, I'm in the radius of it. Okay, sure. I really don't want to use another resupply on this, but I absolutely will if I need to. That hit me? Oh, it wasn't that hit me. It was a bug behind me. I didn't hear him because the exploder. You know what? Just explode myself. I don't have any ammo for that. Wonderful. Just use up all of my ammo for that. I also don't have any ammo for that either. This is gonna go absolutely well. Where's that acid spitter? I don't know. There he is. I did not even kill him. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Just run this way, ignore the exploder this way, and then call Molly now, so that we don't have to deal with this garbage high acid spitter. This is going well. Okay, if you die... That's not the button that I wanted! Well, we're dead again. Just keep running. It'll be fine. Just keep running. It will be fine. Alright, get this red sugar and call Molly below the red sugar. Molly, or Bosco, you can be quicker than that, right? Where the fuck did that red sugar go? Why did it go down there? Pardon me, everybody. I need this red sugar, and I also need Bosco to... I need Molly. I absolutely need Molly. Okay. We are leaving the hell out of here, dude. This is cool. You know, I've had better ideas in the past. I've absolutely had better ideas in the past. This is absolutely not one of them. Anyway, where the hell are we going? Well, we're going the correct way, so, you know, I don't think it really matters. Let's just hope I have breathing room. Oh, that's nice. Don't be a slasher in here. Thank God the slasher didn't want to attack me, dude. How to make extracting super tense is simply don't grab a resupply. Grab one resupply per stage. Oh, Lord. Hey, you remember whenever I spoke about duck and cover? Yeah. God. It's also a court mission, which is going to be exceedingly difficult to get a resupply in a duck and cover a court start. So we absolutely should have taken a resupply, like just 2 resupplies, during that black box stage. I just didn't want to because I am an absolute goober. So now we have to deal with this garbage. Alright. We are in hell to start off with. Okay, well this is... Okay. Now we are fine. Why is there so many of these? Call that down immediately. Get a bunch of Mactera trying to kill you. But luckily I just assume the Minehead will solve all of my problems. And by all of my problems, I mean there's a fucking septic spreader right there. Just continue running, dude. This is going well. That doesn't kill you. I forgot that doesn't kill you. Oh my god. Get him out of here now. What we all want to see. Me being menaced by so many things. Alright, we are absolutely fine now. We have a... Never mind! The acid spitter that I pinged Bosco to kill? Actually, that was a web spitter. Never mind. Alright, this is going fantastically well. Okay, we have to grab 2 resupplies to get full ammo. Hopefully whatever the hell that is that's shooting at me isn't a tri-jaw. Well, it is. And hopefully we can do this real quick as well. Okay, let's grab the uplink before any swarms happen. Swarms are going to be... If I just get this uplink late, I fully believe I can't do it. But Bosco is going to be the best little buddy that I've ever seen, delaying the swarm. Delaying that little tiny guard. Anything else? No? Okay. Oh, fuck. Bosco, why can't you look up and attack the web spitters, dude? This is gonna suck so bad, isn't it? Probably is. Why is it oops all black boxes? Yeah, that's a very easy C4. on all of those guys. Now I don't have to deal with any of those bugs. The Trijaw didn't die. Never mind, it did. Okay. Now we just have to worry about all the acid spitters and web spitters that are going to be directly below us that Bosco isn't going to be able to be touching because he's Bosco, and he's not very good at dealing with slightly distant targets away from him. Alright, this is... If I knew it was a duck and cover, I might have played Scout. I might have played Scout. But it's all these black boxes that, like... I could have randomized as Gunner. Gunner would have been a fantastic option to do. Can these acid spitters also get out of here? I'm just going to hope those acid spitters die to the burn dot. You know what sucks as well about playing with Flamethrower with targets explode? Heat Radiance is certainly a fucking thing. Oh my god. We're in hell. We're like fully in hell. Okay, well that went well. Don't blow up. You know, that's an acceptable outcome. That is absolutely an acceptable outcome for this. Okay, just run in a straight line, go beneath the mine head, because the mine head does have some red sugar for some reason right here, and it is enough to get a red filter off your screen. Alright, this is... Get me, like, on this side. Place a C4 there. You don't have a C4. This is going well. This is going super duper exceedingly well. You have to kill the Trijaw a little bit more than usual, just in case it lives through the initial burn dot. You know what also doesn't help? The fact that the minehead landed in such a way where it can't really shoot the acid spitters and all that, and yeah, that's a lot of acid spitters. And I have to direct my focus at one at a time. I can't just, like, shoot a goo shot at them. I have to spend at least a little bit more time to do that, to take out each individual one. If I had persistent plasma, I could at least, like, put up an AoE around there, and maybe they'll walk into it. Dude, I should just Scorching Tide that guy. I should Scorching Tide all the bugs in front of me as well, but, you know, that's, not really happening. God, they also just don't deal damage. Alright, let's start getting some Aquarqs in, since we already have... We need 10 Aquarqs? Oh my god. I like how it's basically impossible to get a resupply in this mission, since all the acid spitters and stuff will just be constantly on my ass about it. So I have to walk all the way over here, and then I'm gonna have to walk all the way back to get a resupply, because the bugs are already here. You know, the game could have been nice and handed me, you know, Sabata or Wave Cooker, so I can deal with this section, like, not really risk-free, but easily. Because risk-free would mean, you know, I just murder them instantly. Like Goo Cannon can and all that. But no, it just has to give me this. Alright, so, checking back up with me, we have gotten all the easy Aquarqs, as far as I can tell. No, there's still one more easy Aquarqs. Is there any more? And we're on our second swarm, which is never where you want to be on this mission. On Aquarqs missions. But we have, other than that one, we have 2 more to be getting, which, you know, as you can see by all the acid spitters on the roof, I don't think I have a decent way to get rid of them. I think I'm literally just gonna have to live with them. Unless this, like, these 2 spring-loaded rippers can absolutely be the GOAT of all time, and just, like, somehow murder the hell out of them, which... You know, it is absolutely working. Where is Bosco? I need Bosco to be over at the minehead so I can get him to start helping in some way. You know, not a good way, but at least a way. He's at this place, so now he can start helping in some manner. Now, I didn't realize that they were all coming this way. Toss both of those over there and hope to God that works. This thing is at 90 shots. And also there's a fucking menace. What a wild time. Can you freeze that guy? And just let me cook the menace alive, dude? Okay. So now... Did I just see an acid spitter walking on the ground? And a web spitter walking on the ground? Why? Why are they doing this? Why are they being weird? Oh my god, he walked onto the ground and hit me, and then a slasher turned around and tried to kill me as well. They're being so weird, dude. I don't like it. And there is the last Aquarq that we need to get out of here. Also, there is one as well, so... This was a exceedingly easy... I mean, you know, I went down once. This was an exceedingly easy stage. I mean, you know, besides the fact that I went into this mission without any HP, or without any HP and without any ammo and, you know, the duck and cover on a Aquarq with a fairly bad generation for the duck and cover, to be perfectly honest with you. But, hey man, it's kind of how the deep dive goes. So unless anything else happens, I don't think I need you all to see what else happens next, unless, you know, I go down somehow. Which absolutely could happen, because this is a duck and cover, and all of a sudden I could get hit by, like, 3 acid spitters at once and, you know, lose all of my HP. But anyway, this was a okay deep dive. You all have a wonderful night, and I hope to see you again.